Good afternoon, friends. Well, it's fun working inside all day long, messing around with a motorcycle. Now, I hear the heater kicking on and off a bunch, but I'm not looking outside because I don't think anything of the day. But I know they've been predicting snow like crazy, and here we are. First snowfall of the year. It's November 10th. I know this video is going to come out probably next month, unfortunately. But this is our first snow. We've got, I don't know, about a good 2 inches right now. They're predicting between 5 and 7, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I wanted to show you how pretty it is outside. Well, after our short intermission, we are now back on the bike. Anyway, I thought that was wild. I happened to look outside and I was like, oh my gosh, kind of caught off guard with how much snow is falling down. It's that thick, heavy flake that really kind of sticks to everything. It's really kind of a pain in the butt to shovel. So I know that means I got to get the snow blower out. I got to get the snow tractor out. I got to get all the rest of the winter things out. Unfortunately, I have not done any of those things. I am way behind this year. I've been playing motorcycle way too much and not, doing the right things. Got a lot to do at the house, a lot to do at the shop here, and things to, just get ready for winter. Got my deck furniture and all that good stuff put away, but that's about as far as I've gotten. I don't have all my leaves picked up. I don't have anything ready. I don't have shovels unburied from the back of the garage or anything. So I got to get on those things. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. We're here for this Sportster today. And the next thing we're going to remove is this sissy bar. Now this is kind of an easy part to remove, and we'll show you how to go ahead and go through it. Now this is what's called a quick disconnect sissy bar, and there are a couple of these little rockers here. You'll rock them out of the way, tip the sissy bar forward, and pull it off. I'll show you that process, and then we'll show you how to take off these bungs here. These are actually what hold it in place. These will be part of the kit for sale, but anyway, I'll go ahead and move the camera so you can see what I'm doing and see how this works. If you look right here, you can see this little plunger. This little plunger allows this cam to rock out of the way. So you push it forward and then pull the cam backwards. And it's going to pull kind of tight. You really should do both at the same time. I'm trying to do this without looking. So now I've got both of them up. And if I rock these this way, you can see the sissy bar popped up. If you watch that again, you can see them lock into place. Again, push those cams in, pop this thing up. Now all I have to do from here is pull the sissy bar forward and backwards. We'll show you those cams real quick here. If you've not seen these are pretty slick. So you have this little plunger here, and this is what holds your spot in place here. You got these little these bungs here that they're nylon or whatnot, and as this rocks over it, this pushes and clips in place and holds it from backing out, so the sissy bar can't actually go anywhere. Next is going to be removing these bungs. Now I realize that the taillight's going to maybe be in the way here. Hopefully I can sneak in here a little bit. I might not be able to. I'm probably going to grab an Allen wrench to get to that one. This one here in the middle, there's actually a 1/2 inch nut on the back side. That's what it feels like, I believe. I'll grab a wrench here and we'll get on the back side and see what size it is. All right, like I said, on the inside of the fender here, so up in between, there should be a nut. I believe it's a 1/2 inch. It is. So I'll go ahead and I'll hold my wrench in place there. These are a 1/4 inch Allen head. We'll go ahead and loosen this up. Pull all that out of the way. I'm actually going to keep the nut on the back side. We'll put that back together. And if you look at these bungs here, this one's skinny. The front 2 forks of that sissy bar actually clip in here real hard, and then they can't move side to side. And then the back side is very large, the larger cam area for the back side of that sissy bar, so that's what holds it in place. I'm actually wrong on the size of these Allens. They're actually a 3/16. I apologize. I said it was a 1/4 inch. It is not. They are 3/16. This one I've got my little Allen wrench in, so I should be able to move this. Hopefully I can remove this. Okay, there we go. It's starting to turn a little bit. Go ahead and loosen this up. I believe the fender has an internal threading on this spot here. There's not a nut on the back side that I can feel. I believe it's threaded right into the fender. So we'll go ahead and we'll back this thing out. And that's your rear cam there. Like I said, that's got a bigger space on it. If you look at the 2, you can see the front cam skinnier, back cam wider. Now that leaves everything in place. Now you might be asking, why did I not remove the turn signal? Well, I don't intend on taking the fender off yet, and if I remove the turn signal, then the fender could potentially move, because the only thing holding it in place then at that point, so there's probably nothing holding it in place at that point. No, there's a front couple bolts possibly. I don't remember. I know there's a stud on the back here. I'm not sure if there's anything else that holds the fender in place. I think it's just these struts here that bolt through a solid strut on the back side of this. I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't want to remove the turn signal so the fender didn't fall. All right, we're going to repeat the process on this side. We'll start with the rear one first. There's our rear cam. The nice part about working on a low mileage, well stored, well taken care of motorcycle is the things come apart pretty easily. Now I know I'm going to run into things that are going to fight me. I'm not sure what they are just yet, but so far everything has come apart really friendly, and I'm pleased with the process. That's it on this one. Removing the sissy bar is kind of an easy task. Putting one of these things on is fairly simple. I know a lot of guys switch to them because it's nice to be able to take the thing off, especially if you're going to run a solo seat and then switch between solo seat and a full seat. That way you don't have to run a sissy bar, or if you don't want it on there because you don't need it, or for whatever reason. It just makes it convenient to be able to flip the little tabs, pull the thing off, hang it up in the garage, and wait for next time when you do need it. Of course, this was an easy one. I'm really grateful that it was. If this is a video that you liked, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that type of feedback. Next, I think I'm going to work on the front end of this bike, start taking apart some lights, get into some wiring and some of the other things. So if you're looking for those types of videos, you're going to want to subscribe. So hit that subscribe button. I know I keep asking you guys that. My subscriptions continue to increase, and I'm super grateful. And I want to say that I appreciate all of everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far. I am ready to move on to the next thing, so I'm going to sign off for now. We're going to move the camera and start the next part.